Hello guys, today we will be making our low sodium Be-Love slash dash sauce. We have all of our seasonings here for the most part, and we have our onions here chopped up. That was a whole small onion, and that was majority of another small onion. And we got some garlic over there. We may add some more. This right here is my business, but if you want to know what's going to happen with that, I'm probably going to put a little bit of bell peppers in the sauce. I'm making a boil, so majority of it's going in the boil. We're going to start off with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, just enough to saute our onions. Okay, so we got those in there. Let's just break them up. And we like them long strands so that once we dip our shrimp and our seafood or whatever we want to dip in it, it'll hang over that. So I just want to break those up a bit. The big ones will be more for flavor. And we're gonna let this caramelize and get a little brown on it. It already smells good. Smells like fair food. Okay, I'm gonna let this cook for a little bit. Now guys, I just chose to throw in a couple of bell pepper pieces, a little red, a little yellow. It can be any color. They add a little bit of sweetness. The onion, once caramelized, it adds a little bit of sweetness. And I just wanted to show you that I added it in there before it was just all cooked in and done. Also wanted to let you see that I covered the pot so that those bell peppers, given that they're a little bit firmer, can go ahead and wilt. All right guys, so while this was cooking, and you want it to be brown like that, looking a little, I hate to say on the burnt side, but on the well done side, like almost like we're making it for steak. I've been working on the sauce seasoning. So as this is pretty much done, we're gonna let it cook for maybe, it's already been cooking now for about 10 minutes. We're about to add the garlic. All right guys, so I'm about to add the garlic. This is an entire bulb. I just picked up another bulb today. Now, it doesn't have to be this big. The one I cut up here was a small regular bulb. This is like a ginormous bulb. All right. And now that we've added the garlic, I've pretty much added all the seasoning in this bowl right here. And so I'm gonna go through everything that's on here. I also want you to know that I only used 1/4 a teaspoon for all of this. Some of them were heaping teaspoons, the things that didn't have sodium in it. So what we're gonna do, instead of 4 sticks, we're gonna add 3 of unsalted butter. You guys, when I made the Be Love sauce, it was so freaking good. When I say it was so good, it was so good, but I couldn't eat it. And I have a little bit of high blood pressure, but it's so low, like I only take 5 milligrams of meds. But I say that to say that I couldn't enjoy it. My fiance enjoyed it, but I wasn't able to because I felt like maybe the accent that was in it. And that's another thing. I didn't add accent. I'm not a big fan of accent because it's just too, it just feels too salty to me. I already have a half a lemon here that I already cut up. It was a huge lemon. So I'm going to go ahead and squeeze that in. Just take the seeds out. Don't mind my, just try to get all the lemon juice out. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut this small one in half and add it. Okay, we're gonna turn it down just a bit so that we can get all of our stuff in there. So with this seasoning, I'm gonna go through what all this is really quick. All right, so it's 1/4 of black pepper, oregano, Old-Bay seasoning, red ground pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, smoked paprika or just regular paprika. I had the smoked and I wanted to have a smokier flavor. Creole seasoning, literally guys, and when you read the back of this, like this right here, for every 1/4 teaspoon, it's 340 milligrams of sodium. So I did just shy of 1/4 of this because I'm not trying to have it too salty, but 1/4 cayenne, 1/4 of crushed red pepper, and 1/4 the chili powder. And some things you wouldn't even imagine have sodium in it. Like this one has 10 milligrams and for every 1/4 teaspoon. And the Old-Bay itself, before you even get started with your boil, for every 1/4 teaspoon is 140. So with all that combined is here. So I'm gonna pour that in. Okay. Things. Worcestershire sauce, or however you say it. This I would do, let's measure it. So this one I would do 1 teaspoon. Liquid smoke is definitely optional. I think it has more of a smell than a flavor, but it does have 10 milligrams of sodium there. Also the Worcestershire, for every 1 teaspoon, excuse me, it has 65 milligrams. So you just have to be aware that everything of whatever you're putting in here. So there goes the liquid smoke. Tabasco, I'm only going to put 1/4 because Tabasco has, it's not going to tell us, but I know it has sodium, I just don't know how much. So we're going to keep it on the safe side. 1/4. And I found this at Publix. If you want to know where this is at, I didn't find it at Walmart or Kroger, so I went to Publix and was able to find it. We'll pour a little bit. You see that drip? We'll just pour a little bit of that in there. I know I shouldn't be stirring with a plastic spoon, but I want to taste it. Let's see where we're at. So we're going to taste this. It's actually really good and it's really mild. So now we want to put, so this right here, I almost ripped it off, but for every two tablespoons, it's 360 milligrams, and we already put some of that juice in here. So what we're gonna do is just, I'm gonna take out a few pieces and cut this up. Just so you guys can see how much I took out, it just really wasn't a lot of nothing. I didn't want to make it to a whole tablespoon, but I still think that it would have some flavor. I'm gonna chop this up. And ginger is a little bit of spiciness, but it's good. It's good. Good spiciness. Okay, guys, we're gonna throw that in there. All right, guys, so now that we got that going and the butter is cooking, I chose to get, okay, so this is sweet chili sauce, but it's the Thai style. And I chose this because the sodium is 150 per every 2 tablespoons. Really look at that because it can be 500, 400, 300, and I just try to get the less as possible. Okay, so with this, let's start off with, that's pouring out there, but this is a 1 teaspoon. Any kind of honey that you have, I'm gonna try this, a little bit of raw honey. And I'm trying to turn it down low, but we're gonna just do another teaspoon. I have our chicken broth, the unsalted chicken broth. I got this brand from Publix as well, but they have unsalted at Kroger too. But you see, it's 40 milligrams of sodium per 1 cup. So we're gonna start off by putting 1 cup in there. We're gonna put 2 cups in there, just so we can have more broth or more dip sauce. Okay. So far so good, guys. I just tasted it, and that the kick of, I guess, the cayenne will catch you in the back of the throat, but we could still got a couple more things to add. So for this, we're gonna do half a tablespoon. Half a tablespoon, and we're doing dark brown or just brown sugar. And everybody's secret ingredient, a little Coca-Cola. Now this, we're gonna do, so with my measuring cup, inside it has 1/4 if you go to that middle line. So we're gonna go to there. If I use the whole thing, it would be 1/2 cup. So we're gonna start off with 1/4 a cup of Coke. And I think I like the Coke idea because, you know, Coke is just cool to be able to cook with it. Oops, didn't mean to do that. All right, guys, so I just tasted that. Once you put the, once you put the broth in it, you may want to turn it back up. So now I'm up to 4. The more liquids, you may need to turn it back up once you've turned it down. But I'm actually satisfied with the taste of the flavor. Now, the thing that you may want to do is now you can monitor how much salt is in there. Everybody knows garlic salt is like salty. So, and here we go. 1/4 teaspoon of garlic salt is almost 500. So we don't even want that much. So what we're gonna do, so I'm gonna open this up. I'm gonna get out that much so that I know not to use the whole thing. I'm gonna pour it in my, not at all. So we're gonna pinch it. Maybe like 2 pinches for this whole thing. Maybe 3. Almost using the whole thing. Because that's how light it tastes right now. Let's see where we're at. I would hit it with some smoked paprika because you know it doesn't have any sodium. So at this point, just giving a few dashes. Maybe about 10 or so shakes. And we're gonna start light hand and free hand. So we can do a little bit of chili powder, just a few shakes, because we're not making chili. Joking. And then for just a little bit, a few shakes of Old Bay. I'm gonna just do it in one spot so I can kind of see what's going on. It's kind of stuck. Okay. Okay. And let's taste where we're at with that. Well, we're almost at the finish line. Just want to also get some of those onions because that's where most of your flavor is going to be, because that is just really butter. That's pretty tasty. I think I'll stop right there. Again, taste it, taste it, taste it. We have literally put everything in the ingredients in here. Real quick, guys, before I leave, I ended up putting, see, I just opened this bottle, so I didn't put a lot, but I ended up putting maybe another, like a tablespoon of the sweet chili sauce, and maybe another teaspoon of brown sugar, and a little drizzle of honey. And that was all. Peace.